Yo, hey guys, Ken Perryman here, and I am back again with a pretty cool product. Let me show it to you and tell you all about it. What this is the UFO 2-pack rechargeable table lamp, battery operated, it's cordless, all that neat stuff, and you just saw it function. And I've got this laid down because it wouldn't look good if I just let it like this. Let me switch here for you. Is this lamp, maybe over here a little bit better, right? Is this nice desktop, but for me, my specific niche will be this is going camping with me. I love these guys because everything is operated in here. This is just a stand. And I love how, if you can look down here, when I turn this on, it lights up this area just fine. Now, let me also show you a quick trick on this before we get into more details. If you press and hold, you might be able to see that it is going to, oops, do it again. There, Ken, there you go. It's dimming down. And it'll stop to its lowest dim. Then you press again, and it'll dim back up to its brightest. And more importantly, let me show you this. You got the full yellow light, you got the mix of the yellow and the white, and then you're back to the cold white. So you go from warm to medium, middle point, and then cold, right? So warm to cold, 3 different variances, and every single one of these you can press and hold the button on top, and it's a touch capacitance that you press and hold, and it will dim up or it will dim down. And I will tell you that when I go camping, this dimmed level is probably going to be perfect for the tent. Once you turn it back on, it goes back to its brightest setting. That's just how this thing is set up, and you'll have to dim it down as you need it. Most of the time, I picture these would be sitting on a camping table while we're eating dinner, probably going to use the full brightness. If I do put it inside the tent with me, like a sleeping light, not that you're sleeping with this light on, but with the light before you go to bed, you keep the tent lit up. What I will be using is this sitting on tables throughout the campsite, wherever we're sitting down having dinner, maybe just relaxing between the two of us in our camping chairs, where we're just sitting there and taking it easy and you just want to have a little bit of light. The nice thing is that once you turn this on, it's shooting down. Nothing is in your eyes like some lamps where, you know, if you have it up there, it's like, you got glare. Most importantly, it shines on you. You get, if you're out camping anywhere near the summer time frame, you're going to have a lot of bugs. But what I love is, again, this is all not capacitance. It does have a kind of a shroud in here that's smoked, so it'll give a little bit less of a glare, and then you can switch between the colors, and there you go. There's that white section there. Getting back into this, we'll talk about how this guy right here, and I opened this up for you guys to see that this is your USB-C connection. That's what I love about this, again, too, is that you have a USB-C connection. Oop. Oh, I touched it with my hands back here on the back. So if you can see the LEDs, you can't because it's kind of smoked out. But yeah, there it is. There's an outer ring of orange-ish, very warm white light. Then your very cool blue light. Both turn on for the second set, and then warmer light turns off to leaving the more cold light, and then, of course, off. This is all set up in such a way that all you have to do, really, I think the biggest thing you're going to run into is inadvertently touching that top and turning this light on randomly when you're putting it together. But you just twist this in until it locks. Comes with this hefty base with this nice foam footprint, and it's got some heft to it, so it makes it a little bit harder than the average person to, I mean, not the average person, but an average gust of wind or a small little bump or something, and I'm just pushing in that little cover that goes over the USB-C, and voila, you have 2 identical lamps that you can use pretty much anywhere. There's a campsite that I normally go to. I'm going to put these on a picnic table that they have there, and you set them on each end, and it'll light up that area for your enjoyment, food, beverages, just hanging out with some people. And I like that you can lean up a little bit more orange. So what I mean is orange warm color to lessen the bug interaction. The more you go towards the yellow-red spectrum, there's less bug interaction when you're out camping. This is what I'll be using it for here in the near future, but more so for you guys. Maybe you are renting, maybe you want a little bit more light in certain areas. I love the fact that you're able to recharge these at any point in time as you need. When they run out of battery, you just charge them back up, and then they're ready to go. Set them on your end table, send them wherever, and more. Instead of lighting up those candles when you have a power outage, use one of these guys. It basically knocks down to a pretty compact size, right? You take that off, you take this pole off. Everything in the package can sit like, you got this stuffed in a drawer somewhere, ready to go. Pull it out, connect it, and you got yourselves a lamp that you can use. When you have a little bit of inclement weather or power outage, you can just take this guy, lock it in, you got a lamp. So guys, let me show you one more thing on this. This guy right here. The added things in here, of course, you could probably find any cable connection to connect to your... All right, guys, so one last thing we want to cover here is your cables. You have a USB-A to USB-C. I'm pretty sure that these guys are not going to take a whole lot of power. You don't need a whole lot to charge these up. Their simple function is that they run a handful of LEDs. They'll work great with just a little bit of power. These might be 5,000 milliamp power. I don't know. So let's go ahead and turn these guys on real quick. Boop, and boop. There you go. So I'm going to set these off to the side so you can see that wash of light in here. But let me show you that you got the two remaining parts that come in the container. The setup here is you do have the capability of touch control on off. Yeah, so it's touch capacitance control. You have your user manual right here, and then you have your USB-A to USB-C cable connection. This just means that obviously you don't need the C to C. It does have C connection, so it's easier for you. But I will tell you this, don't be alarmed if you try to plug in one of those super fast high power chargers sometimes with other lights. It may not work because you're giving it too much juice. Just make sure you find yourself a USB-A to USB-C connection. That will generally reduce the amount of power going into these guys to give them the right amount of juice to charge up. Because sometimes you give it too much and it'll just damage the device in the end. So just to be careful, make sure you use your USB-A to USB-C to charge these guys up. And two I like is that you can just leave this stand here, just set it off to the side, turn your guy off. Yeah, it says 5 volts, 1 amp, so it won't take a whole lot of juice to charge this up. And actually, I will show you the simple way of charging this up. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in somewhere over here. I think, there we go. And then I will probably have an identifier, probably a red light that tells you that it's charging. There it is. Nice little red light that says, I am charging up. Simple, straightforward, easy to go. Like I said, love the idea of having this little downshot light to light up your area. More importantly, you just got a nice quiet night. You're sitting on a lazy boy or couch reading a book. Maybe you want to have a little snack, but you don't want to light up the area so much. You can just have one of these guys sitting there, giving you a good little light, covering your area. Hope this was helpful for you. I do appreciate your time, and I'm out.